man, when we started working on Full Metal Alchemist, we got to episode 8 or 9, the one with Barry the Chopper. Which one is that?
I don't know.
It's 8.4. No, is it 8? Okay, so everybody always asks me, did you cry when Nina died? You know, sorry. Hope there's no Nina cosplayers in the room. And I tell them, honestly, the truth, no, that was acting. I was sounding like I was crying when they find Nina killed, and he falls down on the street and it's raining. He's crying. That was acting because it was early on in the series, right? That was like the second or third or fourth episode. But when we got to that episode 8 with Barry the Chopper, and that was the one, you guys, where Barry was chasing Ed around and, you know, swinging that axe at him and stuff, and he thought he was going to die. He thought he was going to be killed. And at the very end of that episode, Ed and Al are sitting on the steps, remember?
Yeah.
And they're taking Barry away in handcuffs or whatever, and Ed has this little monologue. And I was doing that monologue, and all of a sudden I felt my eyes get wet. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what the heck's this? What is this? Is somebody cutting an onion in the studio? What is this? And I realized that this show had really grabbed me, dude. I mean, I'm talking to the guy that asked the question. It really grabbed me. And as I was doing that monologue, and I still remember it, and it moved me so much. And ever since that moment, whenever there was a scene where Ed was, you know, really intense or emotional, I was right there. In fact, it was funny because the director would watch me through the window. He would watch me get noticeably, visibly, physically affected, emotional about it, and he would get on the microphone and he would go, "Hey Vic, do you want to take a minute?" And you know what I would say? Heck no! Let's do it now! You know what I mean? Let's record it now while it's visceral and real, and you can capture that spontaneous emotion. And I think that's one thing that comes through in the show that makes it special. And you guys have been so kind about that, and I love you so much for the way that you have enjoyed that show. It meant so much to me, and there were a lot of those kind of moments. Question? Yes, sweetheart.
Okay, I know that there's quite the pairing between Al and Mustang.
Oh, quite the pairing. Did you just say Al and Mustang? That's even scarier. Not my little brother! Colonel, you leave my brother alone. Brother, he touched me. Brother, the Colonel touched my TT place. Oh, stop it. She started it. She said pairings with Al and Roy. I'm sorry. But I should have said loincloth, because we all know they're really, a suit of armor does not TT. Okay, so let's not get too weird. No, just, yes, I know there are a lot of pairings.
Do you guys ever purposefully sneak dance little fan service bits? Or things that make the Yowie fangirls that people interpret in their head?
No. Is there anything ever snuck in to kind of make the little Yowie fangirls go, ooh, right? No. Now, if you go to a show like Oron, there's plenty of that. But, you know, and there are plenty of other shows, you know, where that kind of stuff occasionally gets thrown in. But those are usually comedy shows. They're usually shows that you do something like that for the sake of it being funny. But with something like Full Metal, no. Because the original creators of the show don't intend for there to be any pairing. That's something, you know, that different fans do. So, no, there wouldn't be any of that actually in the show, no. And I can promise you, I'm speaking as Edward Elric, Ed likes girls. He just doesn't know it yet. You know, he's a little preoccupied with the, you know, the whole Philosopher's Stone thing and getting his brother's body back, stuff like that. But, you know, toward the end of Brotherhood, he made his move. You know what I'm talking about? He made his move. Yeah. He's having a little win reaction, I think. Question. Yes, sweetheart. You made me a car? Is it a Lamborghini? Does it drive fast? Can I see your card? Will you bring it? Thank you, sweetie. You made me a card. Oh, honey, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. What's your name? Rebecca, you're very sweet. Thank you. I will look at it privately. Later. Questione. Hi, sweetie. Yes.
Yay, okay.
I thought you were going to spontaneously combust. There's little bits of maid all over the room. Don't do that.
Because you're my favorite voice acting.
You are adorable. What's your name?
Taya.
Sorry?
Taya, T-E-Y-A.
Oh, that's beautiful. Taya, what's your question, baby?
Okay, so, okay, sorry. It's hard for me to ask it.
Am I going to ask me to serve you? Well, you get it, right? She's dressed as a maid. I was like making a joke. The parents in the room were like, come on, we're going, we're leaving. This guy's a pervert. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to be fun. Taya,
I have two
what is your
questions.
question?
And in the future, will you be working with Monica Real again?
I love Monica.
I know, I do too. Okay.
You want to know something about Monica?
Well,
Do you know what's happening this weekend? Can I tell you how much I love you guys?
Yes.
If you didn't know before, you're about to know.
okay.
You know what's going on this weekend?
What?
In Los Angeles, where I live?
What?
Anime Expo. The largest anime convention in this country.
Yeah.
35, 40,000. They invited me this year,
But you came here
but I'm here. I'm like, I can't be there. I'm gonna be in Minneapolis. And they're like, come on, Minneapolis, that's Los Angeles. I'm like, yeah, but too bad. But Monica is in Los Angeles this weekend at Anime Expo. So
She should have came here. Okay.
I agree. Stupid Los Angeles.
Can I get a hug?
Oh, Taya, I'm so hugging you. Come on through here. Who's got a question? Who's got another question? Is there a guy that's got a question?
Over there. Yeah.
Come on, brother. Give me some man love. Come on. No, wait, not that kind. What's your question? I'm not afraid. People like, oh, Vic Mignogna's homophobic. What's your name? Mike. What's your question, sir?
So, what are your thoughts as far as like the abridging community outline, as far as people doing Full Metal Alchemist from Alchemist Bridge?
You know what I think about that? God bless you. Here's what I think about that. When I was 12 years old and 13 years old, things that I had a passion for, I would do stuff like to express my love for something. For me personally, it was like Star Trek and Star Wars. I would make uniforms, I would go to conventions, I would record my own little episodes, I would build stupid little cardboard sets in the backyard, I would dress my friends up like Mr. Spock. I would make my own little movies to express my love of something. In my opinion, that's what abridged series and fan fictions are. That's people who love something and they want to express it in some way. And you know what? I have no problem with that. And I know sometime I've heard some of the fun jokes, and that's fine. I have no problem with the. In fact, I know several people that work on some of the abridged series. And pardon me?
Team 4-star?
Yeah, and they, you know, and what's funny is that some of them think that